Hello everybody, welcome back to yet another Some Guy Gary build video. In this episode we have the best free-to-play builds in Destiny 2 as of Season of the Wish. So to begin with, we're starting with Titan. We're going to be using Heart of Inmost Light. In order to obtain Heart of Inmost Light free-to-play, you can go to Ikora Ray in the tower and complete the Into the Abyss quest that she will give you. Unfortunately, it is Void themed quest, so you'll have to use Void first and then unlock all the Sunbreaker stuff. But without further ado, we're going to be using the Mountaintop, which is accessed through Into the Light and grinding it in Onslaught. First, you'll go to Hall of Champions, do some of the quest, unlock the Mountaintop, attune to it, and run some Onslaught. Heliocentric is my favorite solar weapon right now to use because Dragon's Breath is taking up the exotic slot. This is a world drop. My favorite role, Demolitionist, Incandescent. Again, we're using Heart of Inmost Light on the Titan here. If you guys want a more thorough guide explaining how to unlock each and everything that I showcase here and what they all do, I would be more than happy to do another video explaining such. Let me know in the comments below. Heart of Inmost Light, Overflowing Light Heart of Inmost Light is the Heart of Inmost Light's armor perk is Overflowing Light. Using an ability, Grenade, Melee, or Barricade empowers the other two abilities. Empowered means abilities have faster regen melees and grenades do more damage, and barricades have more hit points. So in our subclass, we're going to be using Burning Maul Super. It's very fun, very fun. Beyblade does a lot of damage, super good. Rally Barricade has a decreased cooldown. Strafe Lift, Throwing Hammer, Fusion Grenades, because Fusion Grenades do a lot of damage, and they have a short cooldown. Consecration is the first aspect, and Soul Invictus is the second. Fragments, Ember of Searing, Ember of Mercy, Ember of Empyrean, and Ember of Char. If you want a more thorough deep dive into what all of those do, go ahead and read it or ask for a single build guide for each one of these builds. Armor mods, some of these mods will be locked behind the Guardian ranks. So I believe you'd have to probably get to rank 6. I'm not sure the exact number. Just level up your Guardian rank to unlock certain mods for your armor. We're going to be using Dynamo, Harmonic Siphon, Heavy Ammo Finder. I'll scroll over them. And those mods will be about the same for each and every subclass in this video. Same thing goes for the Seasonal Artifact, which is unlocked by doing the first seasonal mission in every season. So you unlock the Queen's Foil Sensor. You want to get Piercing Sidearms for sure, any of these to progress through it. Kindling Trigger, Blast Radius, very good. Heart of the Flame, Flint Striker, Revitalizing Blast to weaken target to do more damage. Overload Rocket, Razor Precision, and Argent Ordnance. This can be changed, and I do have it changed on my other classes, to Solo Operative, because if you're playing alone, you get a flat damage increase. If you're playing as a fire team and you use rockets a lot, this helps you do more damage with rockets. That's about that. Let's head on into the Lost Sector and get this baby rolling. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so here we are. Sidearm has anti-barrier properties, Rocket has Overload and Unstoppable because of ignitions, that's why Dragon's Breath is so good this season. Go ahead, start out by firing a rocket. This build, literally, just spam your abilities, they're going to do a lot more damage, they're going to have a lot more hit points in terms of barricades. This boy's dead if I press G on him. That's the finisher button by default, I do believe. Picking up that fire that I just did grants restoration due to the build we got going. See, there you go. Got restoration, and if I get kills with my solar weapons, it extends that timer. Restoration heals you every couple seconds, as long as you have it. Radiant abilities and whatnot. You can read that in the subclass if you're confused about what it does. There are explanations in the subclass screen for every little buff and debuff you can do with your subclass. This fire here is a sunspot. Sunspots help you. You stand in them. They give you a little bit of healing. You can do a little more damage while standing in them, I believe. And they regen abilities. gonna fire a rocket at this big boy, probably die here. Oh, there we go. He is dead. But so am I! Maybe. Okay, this is a much better clear than the last one. Go ahead and clear the enemies, makes it a little more safe. You don't have to in this today's Lost Sector. Or in this Lost Sector in general, I guess, if you're, for some reason, completing it. Just dunk these little orbs here. All of the builds function about exactly the same, just doing different abilities because you're playing different classes. So picking up fire sprays, picking up orbs is going to give you healing. Use your super a lot. Don't ever be afraid to use it, really. It's never worth saving. It's always worth just using it. Keep yourself alive. The incandescent on a weapon, you can use really any solar sidearm here, or secondary. I mean, preferably a sidearm. As long as it has incandescent, you like the gun, go ahead and use it. That's going to end up missing, because I'm a fool. Yeah, there we go. And that does huge damage, which is incredible. You have empowered nades, that's going to one-tap. I mean, it would have one-tapped that guy anyways, because he was so weak. Titan's a very fun class to play. Survivability is sometimes, like, the problem for me, at least. But if you're not flying around like a goober like I am right now and picking up orbs and fire sprays, you're going to be able to stay alive pretty well. Resto just popped the whole way back up to 12 from that execution on that guy. I mean, it's pretty crazy. Resto doesn't seem to work as well on Hunter, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. Do some damage. I mean, if we want, we can also just go ahead and fire another rocket in a big hoss here. Cast super. You slam. Okay. I think I just physics myself. But you slam, it creates a sunspot, it burns him, and then you can just Beyblade him. Is really how you're going to want to use that. With Dragon's Breath, you fire it. It starts shooting out gunk, making your next shot better. Gotta have to be careful here. Okay. As I say that, I die immediately again. Not having a good clear this time. I'm not making this look too good. I am being very aggressive though too, which, well, isn't helping clearly. And I'm running the wrong way. We're not here for the gameplay. We're here for the builds, boys and girls, okay? I'm sure every single one of you is better than I am. These are just, again, very easy to use builds. And hell, you might not even be using it for a Lost Sector anyways. You likely won't. If you're just doing Onslaught, clearing waves, you got a Solar Warlock with a Well of Radiance, maybe even the Well of Radiance gets shown later in the video, you'll be able to survive a lot better. Bounce your supers back and forth between teammates, you'll be doing wonders. And with that being said, ladies and gents, that is class number 1. We are on to the Warlock. Alright, jumping right into it. Again, complete the Exalting the Flame quest from my core array in the tower, right here, and it'll reward you with Starfire Protocol. Starfire Protocol's exotic perk. Fusion grenades have an additional charge and recharge from empowered weapon damage, with empowered weapon final blows granting more energy. Defeating targets with fusion grenades grant rift energy. Alright, again we're using Mountaintop, Heliocentric, Dragon's Breath, seasonal mods. This time we have Solo Operative. I do prefer it over Argent Ordnance for solo play. Alright, subclass, Well of Radiance. You plop it down, it's a giant pseudo immunity. You can still die and it can be destroyed nowadays. So should be switching this over to Empowering Rift, but depending on your survivability, just swap between this Healing Rift or Empowering Rift. Empowering Rift helps you generate fusions with Starfire Protocol. You stand in an Empowering Rift, shoot targets, And as you're doing so, killing weapons, you're going to get more fusion grenades back faster. But Healing Rift is more beginner friendly. Strafe Glide, Incinerator Snap, fusion grenades, Touch of Flame, Heat Rises, Ember of Ashes, Ember of Searing, Ember of Char, and Ember of Mercy. Armor mods. Okay. And without much more being said, let's just hop right into the gameplay. All right, everybody, and finally the Hunter build. Again, this time you're doing Exalted from the Flames or Exalting the Flame. Young Ahrimkar's Spine is the reward. Young Ahrimkar's Spine. Wish Dragon's Heath. Increases Trip Mine grenade duration and blast radius. Gain Trip Mine grenade energy from final blows. Alright, same loadout. Mountain Top, Heliocentric, Dragon's Breath. Subclass, we're using Gunslinger and Blade Barrage for the super. You could change this between anything you need here. If you want DPS, maybe use a golden gun. If you're clearing ads as a last-ditch effort and okay damage, use Blade Barrage. Gambler's Dodge, dodging near enemies fully recharges your melee ability. Triple Jump, weighted throwing knife, because if you scorch something and then throw this at them, they will ignite, causing an unstoppable to be stunned. Trip Mines, obviously. On your mark, knock them down. Ember of Mercy, Ember of Torches, Ember of Empyrean, Ember of Singeing, and Ember of Searing. Obviously, read those as you unlock them and equip them to make sure you know what they do, and if you don't, I can again make a more thorough guide explaining what all of this does. On to the armor modifications. Heavy Finder. Okay. Artifact mods. With this build, you will be dodging near enemies, getting your knife, use your knife, get kills, use your grenade, dodge near enemies, get your knife back, do a whole bunch of explodes with the knives and grenades. And other than that, it's about the same. On to the last sector. Alright, everybody. Again, thank you for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Please leave any feedback. I love making videos and I love to hear your comments. So, thanks for watching. If you need a thorough guide, let me know. Goodbye now. Have a good rest of your day.